It's all about reading between the lines. Reading between the lines. So we got the situation. We used to be the black couple, Remy Ma and Papoose. They're going through it right now. She's dating Easy the Block Captain in the battle rap community. Sort of in. I used to be in the battle rap community heavy. And then he's dating as boxer, world champion, Clarissa Shields. Salute to Clarissa Shields. Actually, salutes all of them. Yo, you got to learn to read between the lines, man. Like, I'm going to start it off like this. If you're one of the people that think that Papoose is 100% innocent, he just been down for her, doing all of this stuff, just the greatest man, you are delusional. He 100% did things that was wrong. You know how I know he 100% did things wrong? Because he's a human being. We all do things that's wrong, or we wish we can go back and change in our actions in a relationship. One of the biggest things I see people doing is looking within themselves, and I think that this is why this hit the head. Clearly, Remy Ma did things that were wrong. They all did things that led up to this. And I think the problem is the boil up comes from constantly focusing on what the other person did and not focusing on what you did that may have contributed to it. And when you constantly focus on the other person, you make yourself angrier and angrier inside until it blows up. So how did we get to this situation this last time? Because it's kind of hard, because one of them mentioned what happened before, but if we just go off what just happened today or the last couple of days, Clarissa Shields did an interview on The Breakfast Club. In my subjective opinion, I don't think that Clarissa Shields said anything wrong. She didn't mention her name. She didn't disrespect her. She said, she don't know me. I don't know her. Basically spoke on it, probably trying to be the most mature way possible. But if you look into it further, if the last altercation happened maybe a month or two ago with all three involved, it happened, well, four involved. It happened because Clarissa was saying, why is she speaking on me? So if you're Remy Ma, even if Clarissa's trying to be mature in the interview, she can have that same feeling that like, yo, why are you even mentioning this, period? You just said this last time. Now you put that in the pot, you mix it in with someone not focused on what they did wrong, but they only focusing on the other person. There's your boiling point right there of why we got here. And I say all of that while saying, I didn't hear anything wrong that Clarissa said, but I can see why Remy could be upset. You mix that with the other things. Want to go into the filing of the divorce happened after the explosion yesterday. As I'm saying, you got to look at yourself, right? Remy Ma is telling the entire world she just wants this all over with. I got his clothes back. I'm not asking for child support. I'm not asking for anything. I just want the divorce to be over with. But he won't file for divorce. And if you don't really pay attention to it, it just sounds perfectly innocent. But you got to ask yourself, if a person really, really wants this filing so badly, why didn't Remy just go file? Why did it need to be Papoose? You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying this because she's the one that's saying like, I want nothing. I just want this sign. Something is missing in between there that like, why is that not an option? Right? On both parts. He's acting like, we maturely moved on. It didn't work out. She was, oh boy, I'm with him. But you can hear the vitriol when he talks about Easy the Block Captain. You can hear that there's still some disdain for this situation. And also, I personally don't understand, like, when she showed the video of all his clothes and it's been there, like, why didn't he just go get it? Why didn't, their actions aren't matching what they're saying. Her action isn't matching what she's saying, that she wanted this divorce so badly, but she didn't go file. His action isn't matching that he's so mature and all this, that he's so busy that over a year he couldn't just go get his stuff. You got to look into the in-between portions of what took place, especially if it's true that they're saying they're trying to save their marriage. They're giving advice from the shrink, cut off all contact. Then you stay in contact with Easy, the Block Captain. Another thing too, he released a video. I had already heard this video a long time ago, where Easy the Block Captain was talking trash about Remy Ma. And what I feel about that is, if you look at her personality, they definitely had an argument. The only thing that took place is that they settled the argument for whatever reason. Maybe he justified it. Maybe she did something to make him upset that night. I don't know, but I don't think that she just heard that and like, nah, it's okay. They had an argument about that. So once you settle and you become cool after the fact, when other people bring it up, all you're gonna do is take up for your partner. So all she's gonna do is take up for Easy because they already had it behind the scenes and lashed out. I think if both parties really follow what they're saying, if they really follow what they're saying, I mean, everybody gotta follow what they're saying. Clarissa Shields gotta follow what she's saying, that like, yo, that's none of my business. You know, that whole divorce thing, I'm cool. He respects me. We got a great relationship. Then even if it's harmless, don't mention the situation. Remy Ma gotta follow her own advice. Proceed to move forward with the divorce if that's what you're saying. And the same thing for Pap. He gotta do it. He gotta do it as well too. Because right now, I don't think Pap realized how good he has it. Bro, she finna let you go, no nothing, no child support, no alimony, no nothing. You just get to walk away scot-free, and you already got a down, dedicated woman on your side in a good relationship. Be the man that you told us that you were, you showed us that you were, and for the most part, just go do the same thing for the new woman that you're with now, and just cut that off. People gotta learn how to just cut it completely off. All text messages between Papoose and Remy Ma should be about their children and nothing else. And you got to build consistency. If you build the consistency to where it's just being good communication over time, these bad feelings actually do go away. Just as much as you don't like each other now, so it's almost inconceivable that at one point how in love you were. That did happen, you were in love. You can create this consistency as divorced co-parents that over time, so much has happened that you can't believe how awful it was. And that's what everybody in a situation like this should be pushing closer to. Holla at your boy.